Hey guys, it's Mountain Gold. Today, I'm gonna tell you my honest impressions on the gear I've used for the last overnight hiking in the northern Alps of Japan. The last overnight hiking, I went to Mount Kasa in the northern Alps of Japan. At that time, I've used many items. Today, I will give my honest impressions on some items. Also, I have to tell you, I'm not sponsored by any companies and I've never ever given any reviews that is offered. I'm totally free from that kind of thing. I'm not sponsored. My sleep system first. This is Thermarest Uberlite, and unfortunately, it is discontinued. So if you want to have Uberlite, you have to rush to the retail store. I hope they release something like the Uberlite NXT. You know, some people complain about the durability of the mat, but I've never felt like it is fragile. It could be, but I've slept on the rocky terrains in the northern Alps of Japan, but I've never had any issues. It is very light and compact and it's very comfortable to sleep, and in the summer I've never felt like it's cold, so yeah, highly recommend it. And then it is a Zpacks summer kilt. To use it in the northern Alps of Japan in the summer, I've tested it from the beginning of this year. After many trials and errors and twists and turns, I finally got to know how to use the kilt. When I slept in a ridge line of Mount Kasa, it just dropped to 14 degrees Celsius, so I could sleep comfortably and I've never felt cold. In combination with the puffy jacket, fleece pants and wind pants, if you combine with other puffy jacket or something, then I think you can use it in the summer, northern Alps in the summer, or northern or southern or any Japan Alps environment in the summer. It is super duper light. It is just about 250 grams and it is very compact. It is pricey, but if you use this kilt and Uberlite, you can carry much smaller backpack, also much lighter backpack as well. I think it was considering trying this kilt. Next, this is my backpack that I used for the last overnight hiking. As you can see, it is very small one. It is LiteAF Ultra 20 liter cup. Yes, it is 20 liter backpack. To be more specific, 20 liters main compartment and including the other external pockets, it is about 30 liters or so. Everything I carried was stored nicely in the backpack. I still had some extra rooms. I've never seen anyone who are carrying LiteAF packs when I hike. This pack is the most comfortable backpacks I've ever carried, including all packs. So I'm very happy that everything I needed was stored in its pack. Now I can use this backpack for my day hike and overnight hiking. I did some customization. I put it Vaucluse Ultralight ventilation coin to the back panel of the backpack. It is super secure. I'm using the 4-inch cords, 5 grams for all of the cinch cords I've used to attach the frame. My frame is trimmed, so 73 grams or so. So including the cinch cord, the frame is a little bit less than 80 grams. It's worth the weight. Seriously, thanks to the frame, the air flows so nicely and I didn't have dumping wet back. And it made me much less thirsty so that I could save water. From the trailhead to the top of Mount Castle, there are no place to get water, and it is very hot and humid environment. So saving water is crucial, and it helps a lot. 80 grams of the frame and 80 milliliter of water are almost the same. With the frame, the backpack was finally completed. This setup is very ideal backpack system for me. It is a frameless pack, so if you put something bulky inside, the hard plastic or something poke your back, right? But it also help your back from the uncomfortable sensation. The frame is game changer. This is a Yamatomichi Alpha Vest. This is also the item I've tested for a long period of time to use in the northern Alps of Japan. And yeah, I'm so impressed. I was wearing my base layer and this vest when I left my campsite in the early morning. Actually, it's 3 a.m. so it's not night, morning, I don't know. But anyways, it breathes so well, but still it kept me warm and I've never felt like I was overheating, so I could keep wearing it. Also, the shell material on the back panel give me just nice amount of wind resistance, so it was very comfortable to wear. Actually, I forgot wearing it. It is very nice product and it's totally took over the position of unlighted equipment treat vest in the summer. And it is also a Yamatomichi product. It is light alpha tights. I don't use it when I hike because it always makes me overheating. I use it when I sleep, and at that time I paired the tights with the enlightened equipment Copperfield pants. This is a very thin, light, breathable wind pants, and the combination of the items felt me like I'm wearing a down pants or something. Each item can be used separately, but when they're combined, they become ultralight, highly breathable, water-resistant, puffy pants. Very nice. This is the Mire's Dynamic base layer. I never leave it in my house when I hike, but I'm not using this kind of dry layer anymore during the hike because in the summer, I think like sweat chill is sometimes important. In the summer, it is very hot and I want to make myself cooler. And at that time, sweat chill actually regulate my body temperature. It's kind of strange to say, but to have sweat chill, I don't use it. But when sweat chill is critical, then I wear it underneath my base layer. So that's why I always carry it. What else? Oh yeah, it is Nock Vecto and Sawyer Mini. In many cases, in the northern Alps of Japan, you can buy water in the mountain hut, but it was rainwater, so I want to filter it. Also, there are many rivers in the northern Alps of Japan, and drinking the water directly is sort of risky. I think you can, but I don't want the risk of stomachache, so it is a sort of must-have item. Actually, items, it is combined. The Kasashindo route has no water source, so I have to carry a lot of water. This water bladder can carry 2 liters of water, so it works very nicely. This is my food bag, and there is nothing special inside, just a lot of food. Yes, I'm cold soaker. When I hike with somebody, I always carry stove, like, alcohol stove, gas stove. But when I overnight hike alone, in many cases, I'm a cold soaker. That means I don't bring any types of stoves. I think many people misunderstand cold soaking. In the summer, cold soaking meals are not cold Not at all. It is just like a room temperature. Like, for example, when you hike and when you drink water, the drink is not cold, right? The temperature of the water is same as the temperature of the environment that surrounds you, right? The cold soaking meal's temperature is something like that. Of course, it doesn't make you hot. I mean, it's not warm, but it's not cold at all, so it doesn't make you cold. It's just like room temperature meal, so it's not so bad actually. If you think like, yeah, you should try. You can buy freeze-dried rice or something and pour water and leave it for 1 hour and then eat it. You will be surprised. It's not bad. And also, if you leave your stoves and fuels, it saves a lot of space and weight. Also time. For example, at the last hiking, I pour water to the freeze-dried rice and I hiked a little bit and I come back to the camping site and the meal is done. So, and also I don't want to waste time like waiting for boiling. I actually didn't have breakfast. I only had some snacks while hiking. If you have stove, maybe you feel like I brought a stove, so I had to use it or something like that. But cold soaking is free from that kind of feeling as well. If you really want to have hot meals, then you can rush to the mountain hut and pay some money and get like really hot meal from the mountain hut. I'm not good at eating temperature hot meals. I always have to do it like so I don't need hot meal anyway. I mean I can't eat boiling hot meals anyway. So yeah, cold soaking is the way I go. Okay, it is a Gossamer gear Thinlight pad. It can be my seat pad, and in a tent I spread it on the floor and put my Uberlite to avoid puncture and to add a little bit of insulation. It is multi-purpose, so I highly recommend it. It is super duper light as well. It is a Nylofume pack liner. Actually, when I hiked the last time, I suddenly noticed that I've never nominated this bag as a best gear of something, but it is an unsung hero of my hiking. I always carry it. Maybe you feel like it is just a plastic bag, but never ever. I abuse it actually. I use it as a pack liner. I use it as a pump sack for my inflatable pad, and I even spread it under the sleeping pad to protect my Uberlite. So far, surprisingly, I use this one, exactly this one, for quite a few years, and no holes. No any single hole. You can see any single hole. It's still going strong. Nylofume pack liner is very cheap for what you get, and many outdoor gear companies in the US, like online site, they deal with the bag. So if you buy something online from the US, you should add the Nylofume pack liner into your cart. It never let me down and it always works nicely. Highly recommend it. Oh yeah, this is the Easton Nano Alumuinium stakes. It's very nice. Oh, actually, one thing have happened. What happened is that I always drive the peg deeply, so when I remove it, I use like this. And this time, actually it is the first time, the head, like this silver colored head, was off. I put it back and no problem, but that happened. But I could remove the peg. It was surprising, but this kind of accident can happen with the stake. But I don't really care because, every time I use the stake, I beat the head with the rock. So even if it came off, it can be fixed with the rock. It will not affect the functionality, I believe. This one, Zpacks Plex solo tent. It is my tent when I hike solo. This is my favorite tent and I have no reason to exchange this tent to other tent. But one thing I noticed is that I'm not sure it is accurate to say 2 doors. But it has dual open doors. This time I fully open the doors while sleeping, and my tent is facing the valley side, so the fresh air always coming to my tent. I did it because there are 2 reasons. One reason is that I wanted to test the summer quilt. I wanted to lower the inner temperature of the tent. The second reason is that I wanted to avoid condensation. But although the fresh air is continuously coming into the tent, still, when I woke up, the inner wall of the Plex solo tent was totally damp. So wet, like I fully closed the doors. Same. Maybe in the mountains, the air is humid. Maybe it was not a condensation, but a mountain dew. Just as the leaves in the mountains are wet. The outer and inner walls are both so wet. My conclusion is that as long as you use it in a rich line of the mountainous regions, whatever you do, Plex solo tent can get condensation. Whatever you do. At least whatever I do, whether I get condensation or not doesn't depend on whether I, open the doors or not. Maybe from the next time, to keep inside a little bit warmer, I will fully close the doors because the tent gets condensation anyway. I forgot to talk about, but it is a Zpacks air pillow. It is very light and it can be attached to the sleeping pad, and if you want to have softer feeling, you can put the bath as a pillow cover. Personally, I don't do that because I'm wearing hood anyway while sleeping. It is not the most comfortable pillow on the market, but it is very easy to use, compact and simple and light. So I like it, my favorite pillow. I've also used treat booties. It kept my feet warm. Yeah, what else? Umbrella sunglasses are nice, easy to use, easy to wipe. And my Apple Watch, it is also a game-changing item. The Kasashindo route is very steep, so I often check the GPS map with the smartwatch, and it was just like I was doing boring part-time job. What time now? I was like, oh, where am I now? Sometimes I feel like, or you feel like, which way I should go, and then I check the map and geography, and then I can read the map and go to the right direction. The smartwatch makes the process very easy, so highly recommend it. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you are not subscribed yet, please do that. Please smash the subscribe button. If you have not already, as always, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave in the comment section. I'm also doing Instagram, and the link is in the description, so please feel free to follow me. See you outside. Bye.